My friends, I hope you guys are doing well. I wanted to come on and do a counterpart check-in to see what's going on between you and your person. So we're going to start with this deck, and we're going to have a look at the energy surrounding this connection right now, and then we're going to look at your energy, and then we'll look at your person's energy. So let's get into it. So, what do we need to know about what's surrounding you right now? And you'll know by this first part if this is a reading for you. So let's start. What is surrounding you? Right away, I'm starting to feel Phoenix energy. So we have Cupid's arrow, have faith, love is coming. So it looks like right now you have faith in this connection, or you have faith that love is coming. We also have girl with a snake, so empath narcissist paradigm. I'm not saying your person is a narcissist, but it says being charmed or used, enable, and boundaries. So this could be a connection where this person, like you could be the empath, and maybe you were an overgiver or you overlooked some bad behavior, and this connection taught you not to enable that bad behavior and to put up boundaries. Like I said, I'm starting to feel Phoenix energy, look. So maybe you recently put up boundaries with this person, or in the past you stopped enabling that girl with the snake behavior. You stopped enabling that behavior and put up your boundaries. That's been coming out a lot in the readings recently. The boundary thing. We have mask, and that says gaslighting. So this person could have been gaslighting you. Not showing, like this person could have been wearing a mask. And I actually posted a reading this morning. I don't know when I'll post this one, but I posted a reading this morning about a connection where there was toxicity, and the viewer had put up boundaries. And if this person had narcissistic tendencies, again, I don't like using that term because it's overused, but they could have been wearing a mask and you could have seen through them. And I actually had somebody comment that, I could see through my person. I could see through their mask. I could see their toxicity, and I called them out on it. And that could be the situation here with this mask, that this person's mask cracked and you saw through it and put up boundaries, and you stopped enabling that behavior. You stopped pretending. You took off your rose-colored glasses is what I'm hearing. Let's get another one. All right, that's too many. So we do have, let me just put the ones that I can't see back. We have passion, insane chemistry, liking each other, having fun. And then we have love call. Interesting. So I'm going to confirm these. Love call. All right. So let's just confirm what's going on here. We have self-indulgence, underneath, have faith, love is coming. So it feels like you're trying to have faith, but right now you're focused on yourself. Focus on self, self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation. Underneath girl with the snake, we have separation. So again, it feels like there was some sort of boundaries that were crossed. You stopped enabling some of this behavior, and now you're in separation with this person. Oh my goodness. Let's keep going. So, that's interesting. Underneath mask, not showing true feelings, we have liking you. Someone likes you. So this mask, I do feel, I was hearing something about you saw through this person's mask and you stopped enabling bad behavior. But hiding true feelings, I like you. So it feels like someone, you know, likes you here, but is hiding that from you right now. They're masking that right now. Underneath passion, we have lightning. So clearly there was insane chemistry between the two of you. And maybe you weren't expecting this. Maybe this person, like this could have been a connection where you weren't expecting to feel this way, or maybe it happened quite suddenly. Maybe you met very serendipitously, because insane chemistry and then lightning. And it says surprise, epiphany, upheaval, transformation. And the Phoenix, I told you I was feeling Phoenix energy. So it feels like this was a connection where there was insane passion and chemistry, and it was meant to cause upheaval, transformation, and Phoenix energy. That's interesting. And then we have watching you. Let me see love call. I'm wondering if not today will come out. Love call. Love call. Interesting. Heart with a key. Heart with a key came out underneath love call. So it does feel like this person still holds a key to your heart. What I find interesting is love call. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you, letting you know, with heart with a key. It feels like this person wants to tell you that you hold a key to their heart. Yeah, we have camera reminiscing. So we have someone reminiscing about you here. I don't think you're in contact with this person. Or maybe they recently reached out and told you, maybe they apologized, or maybe they told you that they see you as the one holding the key to their heart. We have someone, reminiscing about you right now. And it says perception and learning from the past. So it feels like someone here is thinking about you, wants to let you know that you still hold a key to their heart, and that they're learning from the past here. This will be an interesting one. All right. So I did set the intention of doing a counterpart check-in, even though the twin flame card didn't come out. I did set the intention of, let me just look at the bottom of the deck here. I did set the intention, we have clock. So needs time, takes time, in time cycles, time to heal, progress. So it feels like in time, this person is going to reach out to you and let you know that they're thinking of you. Once their perception has changed, I feel like your perception of this person has changed. And right now you're really focused on yourself is what it looks like. So let's get animal cards for you first. We're going to start with you, my friend. Oh, look, we have, that's lovely. The tiger, divine feminine energy. And in another deck I have, the tiger card talks about putting up boundaries. I just heard a door slam. I just heard a door slam in my house. So maybe you put up boundaries, close the door on this. So we're going to look at your energy first. Show me the viewer's energy, please, Spirit. Show me the viewer's energy, or the feminine. The feminine's energy. One more. Oh, we have the deer. That's lovely. That gives me Queen of Pentacles energy. We also have the gazelle. And if you look at this, the gazelle is sitting. It's grounded. The gazelle also talks about heightened awareness, heightened, like very perceptive. We have the butterfly, transformation. You could be going through a transition with work, with where you live, but usually the butterfly does talk about relationships. We have the otter, full of love, needs nothing. So it feels like you're really focused on your self-love right now, really focused on your own happiness with the otter, going through a transformation. And we also have the deer, loving, intuitive, graceful, the mother. So I am getting Queen of Pentacles energy with this, like you're protecting your pentacle. You could be working on your pentacle world right now. When in balance, receptive, compassionate, nurturing. When out of balance, concerned and protective. So you could be very much protecting your energy, especially if you're concerned with how this person was treating you. You could be protecting your pentacle right now. You could also have to bring into balance nature and children. So you could be spending more time in nature right now or spending time with your children if you're a parent. So the deer represents the feminine aspects of earth energy. Present, nurturing, calm. Their inner beauty radiates a sense of grace and calms the room. A deer personality affects others in this way, so I feel like you've affected this person. When a situation calls for absolute gentleness and compassion, so I feel like right now you're being very gentle and compassionate with yourself. It could be, I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but it could be with that, the camera card. What I was seeing in the black cards is I feel like your person, I feel like you were phoenixing, but I feel like your person could be going through a phoenix energy as well. And what was it? It was love call. You're the one, and learning from the past. So it could be that, and I'm not telling you to put down your boundaries. I'm not telling you to like be a pushover or put up with bad behavior. But it could be, and again, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but it could be that in the future, this person is going to approach you changed. And the deer card talks about needing to treat a situation with gentleness and compassion. So, for example, if this person who's mistreated you in the past, who has changed, again, make sure they've changed. You don't need to take down your boundaries. You don't need to put up with bad behavior. But if they come towards you after phoenixing and they have gone through that upheaval and transformation, and they come in and they're met with a sword, it might push them away, if that makes sense. Again, you need to protect yourself. If this person comes in and they're acting in the same way, then clearly it's not time to take that boundary down. But it could be that if they come in transformed, wanting to make amends, wanting to be honest with you, this could be an indication that you need to show gentleness and compassion and grace to them, especially if they are owning up for things and taking accountability and taking off that mask. I hope that makes sense. Again, the otter, full of joy, needs nothing. So it feels like right now you don't need anything except yourself. Like you're focusing on yourself right now. You're filling up your own cup. You don't need anything from this person right now. I hope that made sense about what I was saying about the deer. It reminds me of like Queen of Cups energy. So like if this person comes bearing their soul, taking accountability, wanting to prove to you that they've changed, and you're like, F you, you're a loser, it's just gonna like deter them or push them away. If they are coming in that changed, transformed, like wanting to put in the effort, wanting to take off that mask and show true accountability, then you may need to use gentleness and compassion and grace with them. I hope that makes sense. And then we have the butterfly. Personal transformation. Beautiful. So you're evolving right now. I love it. I'm kind of curious as how you're feeling about this person. Okay, I'm just going to check. Whoa, Major Fuzzy just flew in my face. So, how are you feeling about this person? Let's have a look. How are you feeling about this person? Oh dear. We have the Scorpion. So your guard could be up for sure, especially if that's the way they treated you. For how you feel about this person, the Scorpion, is an energy of someone who maybe was quite reactive or quite hurtful with their words, or they stung you when they felt backed into a corner. Does that make sense? I'm just thinking about what that person said in my comment section today, and I'm not calling you out or anything. But you were saying, like, I saw right through my person's mask and I called them out on it. I could see them. And it's possible that when you called them out on their stuff, that maybe they got defensive and stung you. So it does seem to me like right now your guard could be up with this person. And like I said, if this person comes in the same energy, then of course be on guard, protect your energy. But if they come in completely changed and transformed, showing remorse, make sure their actions match their words and try and show them grace is what I'm hearing. And I just heard somebody say, they didn't show me grace, why should I show them grace? This is a difficult one. All right, so how you're feeling about your person. We have the Scorpion. Tends towards isolation. Wild and fierce, when out of balance, resentful, unresolved. So you could be feeling like, and you have every right to feel this way, that if they come towards you and they haven't changed, that you're going to keep your boundaries up. And I agree with you. But it says to bring into balance honesty and forgiveness. So it looks to me like you feel about your person, if this was to come into balance, they would need to come in with honesty, trying to make amends with you. And then to bring that into balance, showing them grace and forgiveness. Again, you don't have to forgive them or let down your boundary if you don't feel called to. And listen to how your body acts, because that was something in that reading that I was talking about that, and I saw a few people comment, like, I felt physically ill around my person. That's your body's way of telling you something's not right here. Something is off. I am not safe. So if this person comes towards you and whatever they're saying to you or doing is making you feel physically ill, or your heart starts, like you start shaking, listen to your body, because your body is, my favorite reader always says, your body is your inner compass. I hope that makes sense. A situation where they were left feeling burned. So I feel like for how you feel about your person, this person did burn you in the past. And I'm curious to see what their actual energy is, because intuitively, with this deer card, there's just something about this deer that when this person comes in towards you, if they are showing honesty and accountability, and their mask is off, and they're being like, you can see the change in them, then you are being called to show them compassion and grace. And I hope that makes sense. I hope that's making sense. I feel like it will make sense for the right person. And again, in no way am I saying to allow bad behavior. With that girl with the snake card, if this person comes in gaslighting you and things like that, I'm not telling you to take that boundary down. But if this person comes in taking full accountability and showing that they want to change and saying to you, I want to prove it to you that I'm going to change, try to show them compassion and grace if you feel called to. Again, listen to your inner knowing. Only you will know when it happens. I hope that makes sense. All right, so let's see. And we're going to look at their energy and their intentions and everything. So let's see your energy right now. We'll get a few cards for you. I'm just going to shuffle once. All right, so let's see what is going on with the feminine. Show me the feminine's energy. Show me the feminine's energy. Show me the feminine's energy. Oh my goodness. All right, so we have stars, wishes. Wishes do come true, peace, miracle, dreams, feeling blessed, hopeful, falling in love, nighttime, inspiration, providence. Very nice. You could be going after your dreams right now. You could be having dreams. Feeling blessed, feeling hopeful, focusing on your wish fulfillment. We have developing over time, like fine wine. I like it. Developing over time, flavor, family legacy, the good stuff, finesse, alchemy, transformed, ripening, ages well. You're aging well, my friend. So very nice. Wine. We have the sun. Love it. So ego, purposeful, pride, willingness, success, reason over instinct. Interesting. That's interesting. Self-realization, vitality, directed, why can't I speak? Creative, identity. So focusing on your own identity and, possibly listening to reason over instinct right now, if that makes sense. Seeing a situation for what it is. We have take inspired action, start of the season, original, trendsetter, power, new experience, starts the party, leader, ideas, burns out quickly, beginnings, ignite, take inspired action. What are you taking inspired action towards? We have twin flames. I knew it would come out. Divine partner, soulmate, activated heart chakra, balancing yin-yang energy, reflection, other self, catalyst, awakening, mirror, reflection. I'm just going to get a few more. So, oh my gosh, I don't know how many cards are in this deck, 150. There's only 2 twin flame cards. You got both of them. Soulmate, twin flame, faith, a pair of things, blooming love, the one, deep soul connections, divination, fluidity. We also have the rider, messenger, movement, message, travel, news, visitor, delivery, goals, green light, progress, full speed ahead. So you're showing a lot of progress right now. You could be thinking about taking action towards your dreams. My throat kept closing over too. So maybe something about sharing your voice. Maybe it has to do with your mission. But you are being given the green light. You, full steam ahead, full speed ahead. Why can't I speak? Progress, working towards your goals, taking action towards your goals. All right. So let's see this wishes card. Let's confirm wishes. We have the white wolf, confidence, guidance, trust your inner knowing. So it feels like you're trusting your inner knowing when it comes to your wishes, your dreams. Believe in your power. So believe in yourself. Instinctual freedom, resilience, stamina. Beautiful. I like that. So it feels like you're really standing in your power right now. Believing that wishes do come true, keeping a positive mindset. Developing over time. Developing over time. We have resources, finances, investments, prosperous, money, outcome. So if you are working towards abundance or working towards your finances, it's developing over time. So just give it time is what I'm hearing. The sun. We have the emperor, double masculine energy. So you're really standing in your masculine energy right now. The emperor, independent, aggressive, active, energetic, leader, impatient, combative, naive, assertive, pioneer, initiator. I don't think you're being aggressive but I do feel like you're standing in your masculine energy right now, knowing your worth. And for some of you, you could be taking action towards a new career or your mission or other things in your life. Very masculine energy, standing in your strength. So take inspired action. We have destiny, spirituality, divine guidance, trials, sorrow, emotional loss, necessity, conviction, duty, crisis, fate. So it looks like you're taking inspired action towards your own spiritual growth, your own spirituality, your destiny. So whatever your destined path is, you're being called to take inspired action towards your destined path. Let's look at twin flames. You got it twice. Twin flames. Twin flame, love. Love, desire, joy, bliss, affection, fulfillment, kindness, forgiveness, kindness and forgiveness. I'm going to be really curious about what comes out in your person's energy. Romance, contentment, passionate, caring. So clearly you still love this person who you see as your divine partner. And you could be like, if this person shows that they've reflected and that they've awakened and that they've learned their lesson, you could be in the energy where you're ready to forgive them, because that deer didn't come out just for advice for you. That deer came out for a reason. So I feel like, I do feel like if this person, you see them as someone exceptional with the firefly. And I feel like if they come in and they show you that they've done self-discovery and self-reflection, that you are going to show them compassion. But you're not going to put up with bullshit either. Let's get another. You have another twin flame card sitting there, so let's confirm it. The swans. We have new beginnings. So it does look like you're hopeful for a new beginning. Innocent, brand new, creativity, spontaneous, carefree, inexperienced, new perspective. So again, if this person shows that they're showing you a new perspective, I feel like clearly you see this person as the one. And what is this full speed ahead in your energy? Full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. Okay. This is so interesting to me. So, these are the cards that came out for full speed ahead, green light. So, and it's the last card. And I'm thinking about those black cards. The last cards were love call, someone thinking of you, letting you know that you're the one, and learning from the past, perception. So this came out underneath messenger, which is the last card in this row. So I feel that if this person, like I haven't explained these cards. Let me explain them. We have the snake, deception, jealousy, betrayal, backstab, toxicity, silent treatment. We have now is not the time. And we have the mask. Disguise, concealed, ego, projection, hidden motive, persona, presentation. Remember how I talked about the mask and how you could see through this person's mask? So I feel like you've made leaps and bounds when it comes to this. You can see through that mask. And the fact that these are coming out to confirm messenger, I just feel that if this person comes in this energy, you are not giving them the green light. And that the only way you're going to give them the green light is if they don't come in like this. And now is not the time. So even though you want to give this person a green light, even though you see them as your twin flame twice, you know now is not the time, because they still have these energies within them, boundaries up. But I'm going to be really curious about your person's energy, because I'm feeling with this energy that if this person has healed this and released it, that you would, and has shown growth and progress, that you would give them the green light. But again, if they don't. I'm seeing that red light, green light game. My kids like Squid Game, and I was playing that outside with them the other day. So like if this person comes towards you like this, it's going to be red light, stop. I hope that makes sense. It'll be really interesting to see what your person's energy is, though. All right. So let's get a few more decks for you. Again, you know, because of that mask, because of the deceptive energy, the ego, the projection, now is not the time until this person shows movement and growth and progress. So, I just keep thinking about that deer, though. Anyway. Oh, nice. We have growing self-expansion. Yay. Learning your lessons. We have confidence. Love it. Focusing on learning your lessons and focused on your confidence. I like it. I'm hearing a song. Somewhere Out There by Our Lady Peace. Did you have purple hair at one point? Do you have purple hair? I like purple. So let's see your energy right now, the Divine Feminine. We have repairing, wanting to make amends. Interesting. We have toxic feminine and rejected. I'm going to have to see what this is about. So let me just talk about toxic feminine energy for a minute. Distorted feminine energy talks about cycles and wanting to go around in circles. So with these two cards coming out, I feel like you're not interested in going around in circles anymore. You're only interested in repairing this. And if this person were to come in toxic energy, wanting to... Toxic, distorted energy does talk about manipulation. I'm not saying that I'm not saying you're manipulative. What I'm saying is that what I'm seeing with these two cards is that you want to make amends. You have an interest in repairing this. But if this person comes in distorted feminine energy, wanting to go around in pointless circles, wanting to manipulate, bye. Anyway, let's get a few more for you. We have future dreams, envisioning your future with this person, envisioning your dreams as well, your dreams. You're not just envisioning your dreams with this person or whatever you envisioned with this person. You're also envisioning your future with or without them, what you want for your future, focusing on your dreams. We also have fairy tale. So it does to me look like you want to repair and make amends with this person. You're thinking about your future. You would like them to be a part of it. But again, if they come in that toxic, low vibe energy, bye. I don't know why I'm hearing that. I'm hearing that, bye, Felicia, whatever that means. I don't even know what that means. I just hear everybody say it. Can someone explain to me what that means? Because I'm so lame, I don't even know what that means. I see it on like reality shows, though. People are like, bye, Felicia. I don't even know what that means. Explain it to me, please. Let's get one more for that. We have long distance, space between us. So there's emotional or physical distance between you and this person. And look, walking away. I was just about to say, I feel like you put that space there. You put up a boundary. There goes my throat. Walking away, letting go for now. So you have released this. So let's keep going. Repairing. Repairing. The runner. running from an intense connection. So it looks like you want to repair a connection with someone who ran from this connection, but only if they've grown, only if they've changed. And we have self-worth focused on self-love. So it looks like to me, you're also repairing your self-worth right now. You're focused on your own self-love. You've taken your energy off of this person who's running. With that mask energy and the fact that I was hearing you could see through their mask, this person, if you did point that out to them or call them out on it, they could have ran because they were running from themselves. They weren't running from you. They were running from their own reflection. They were running from the truth of what they need to repair. So it feels like, again, you want to repair things with this runner, but right now you are focused on yourself. And the runner, like, you could be in a bit of avoidance energy yourself now. And I don't mean avoidance as a bad thing. I mean, you could be in runner energy yourself right now. Like, you've taken your focus off of this person and you're focused on yourself. Like, maybe if this person even did reach out, you didn't respond. So let's see. Toxic feminine, what's that about? We have manipulation and the dark night. And that's what I was talking about. That's exactly what I was talking about. So it feels like you're releasing any toxic, low vibe energy you have. But again, I was hearing with that rejection card, bye. If this person, I was seeing you feeling like they had the distorted feminine energy of manipulation, gaslighting. And you're releasing your control over this situation. You're no longer trying to control this situation yourself. But like I keep saying, what I'm seeing in these cards is that if this person comes towards you in any type of energy of manipulation or low vibration, without having released it, releasing that ego, dark night, bye. Bye. And we have clearing. So any type of control or codependency or chasing energy you had over this, controlling the outcome, any type of low vibration, toxic energy that you had, you're releasing it. And you're standing strong in your masculine energy. There needs to be a healthy balance, but I think that sometimes you do need to empower yourself in that masculine energy, especially if you had to put up boundaries. Know your worth. Future dreams. Future dreams and fairy tale came out together. So we do have cherish, but we have waiting. Interesting. It says hoping to hear from you. So clearly you do hope that you hear from this person. I wouldn't say you're holding on or putting your life on hold, but you do hope that you'll hear from them because you do see a future with this person. Future dreams, fairy tale, hoping to hear from you. So you do hope that you'll hear from this person. Interesting. Long distance. You are missing them. This says missing your energy. So you are missing them. Which there's nothing, that's good. There's nothing wrong with missing them. But do you know what I'm seeing? I'm seeing this affirmation that I used to have on my phone a long time ago that said, I missed what I hoped for, not for what I lived. So I feel like you could be missing what the future that you envisioned with them. You could be missing this idea of union with them. I hope that makes sense. But we have mirroring on the bottom. So you and this person are mirroring this right now. So there's distance between you. You're missing their energy. They're missing yours, mirroring. Hopefully that all makes sense. All right. So I'm just going to get one more deck for you, my friend. Well, and then we'll get tarot. But I want to get this deck as well. I'm curious if Merkabah is going to come out, because I just went and looked up before I started this reading. I was like, I'm going to go look at Merkabah and what it means. So I'm really curious if that card is going to come out. So your energy, the Divine Feminine. The Divine Feminine's energy right now. Destiny. So you could be focused on your destiny. We have separation. All right. I like it. I like it. So we have finances here. And we have mission. So it feels like right now you're focused on your mission. You're focused on your finances. You're focused on self-worth, self-knowledge, trusting in destiny, trusting in the divine. You could be taking inspired action towards your destined path, towards your destined career. We also have separation, hot and cold. So I'm going to confirm these cards. Come to me, hot and cold. It feels like this person could have been, that could have been one of the causes for separation, if this person was being hot and cold with you, inconsistent with you. It also could be that you are experiencing hot and cold energy towards them right now. So what I mean by that is, in separation, you could one day be feeling like, oh, I envisioned a future together and I still hope this, and you still have hope for the future. And then maybe the next day or a couple days out of the week, you feel a coldness towards them. Because I was picking up on that when I was talking about the deer and about how if this person comes towards you, showing you that they've changed, wanting to step up, to treat the situation with compassion and grace and gentleness. And I was hearing like somebody that was like, they don't deserve my grace. So you could go through hot and cold energy yourself when it comes to this connection, if that makes sense. This could also be linked to the finances and the mission. So you could be going through periods of like hot and cold energy with your finances, or taking steps towards your mission. Like one day you could be like, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take a step towards my mission. And then the next day you could be like, nah, maybe later, maybe not. I don't know. So take it as it resonates. We have, or if it resonates, we have separation and time and space. So clearly time is needed. Remember that cycle card. Oh, Divine Masculine on the bottom. Nice. I see you as being in your Divine Masculine energy right now. So let's look at destiny. Destiny. We have transformation. So I feel like you're feeling like this transformation was destined. I feel like you are transforming, and you see that it had to happen this way for you to blossom into this butterfly. You're trusting in this transformation. You're trusting in divine timing. You're trusting in the destiny, or your destiny. Mission. So we have activated. So you're being activated towards your mission right now. You're being activated. So you could be feeling, you could be activating your mission right now. So you could be starting your mission work, or maybe you've already started. Or for some of you, you could be feeling that inner calling to start your mission. I always mention that, like, it took me a lifetime of trauma to realize what my mission was. It took me like 30 plus years to realize what my mission was. I make decisions with confidence because I trust my inner wisdom. Your affirmation. What was I saying? But when I got activated towards my mission, I was hot and cold with it. Like one day I was like, yeah, I can do it. I can do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I think I can. I think I can. And then the next day I'd be like, no, I could never do that. No, No, that's not for me. And it took me like 9 months or something to actually start my mission, to put like down to earth steps towards it, create my page. And it took the universe taking all of my finances away to make me do it. And we have rejection here that came out with it. So you could be fearing that if you put yourself, like you could be activating or being activated towards your mission, and you could be worried that if you do put yourself out there, you're going to be rejected. And what I always say is, don't think about, I'm hearing Adam Sandler, they're all going to laugh at you. Don't think about being rejected by like a bunch of people, or no one will watch you, or this or that, whatever your mission is. Just think about helping one person. As long as you help one person, that's all that matters. That's what I say with my readings. As long as my reading resonates with one person and helps one person, that's all that matters. So I hope that you're, it looks like you're being activated towards your mission, and to leave this fear of rejection behind, if that makes sense. When it comes to your mission, I'm seeing that rejection card came out with mission and activated. So if this person did break your heart, or maybe they did reach out and you rejected them, I feel like it was so that you could be activated towards your mission. All right, finances. Finances. We have Merkaba. So we have telepathy. So you could have this inner knowing that you're meant for abundance. You could have this inner knowing about, maybe your telepathy is going to bring you abundance. Like if you are highly intuitive, telepathic, that could be what brings you in your material abundance. And you could have an inner knowing that you're meant to be abundant. Trust that. Trust that. And we have Merkaba. Remember I said I looked it up. So I even charged my iPad so that I could read to you about Merkaba, because I had a feeling it was going to, telepathy. I knew it was going to come out. So let me just go grab my iPad so I can read to you the Merkaba thing that I read. So I don't really know how this falls in with finances, with Merkaba, although this does talk about the Merkaba's symbolism of light, energy, and spiritual ascension resonates with the concept of twin flames who are seen as beacons of love and spiritual growth. So what could bring you financial abundance could be being a light or a beacon to others, especially in the spiritual community. Anyway, I'm more so reading this. Now I'm getting Phoenix energy. I'm more so reading this about the meaning that I looked up came up with twin flames, so I'm just going to read that. The Merkaba and twin flames are connected through the idea of energetic alignment and spiritual ascension. The Merkaba, a symbol of divine light and energy, is believed to facilitate spiritual growth and connection with the divine realm. In the context of twin flames, the Merkaba is thought to represent the merging of energies and the potential for unconditional love and deep spiritual bond. Unconditional love on the bottom. The Merkaba, a symbol from Jewish mysticism and esotericism, if that's how you say that, is derived from the Hebrew word chariot. It's often visualized as a light field or energy field around the body, believed to enable spiritual ascension and connection with the higher realms. So like, that's what I mean. If you've always had a feeling that you're meant to be financially abundant, it could be because your higher self knows that's your destiny. Twin flames are spiritual twins who are believed to be one soul split into two, with each half searching for the other. Their connection is thought to be a powerful and transformative experience, often involving intense emotions and a deep sense of recognition. The Merkaba is associated with the energetic alignment and spiritual growth that are believed to accompany twin flame relationships. Activating the Merkaba is seen as a way to deepen this connection and facilitate the merging of energies between twin flames. So let me just look here for a minute. I can't find anything about it. Anyway, I'm just going to leave that there. All right, let's see what you're hot and cold about. Hot and cold. Forgiveness. Oh my gosh, that's what I said. That's when I was feeling the hot and cold energy, when I was talking about, seriously, when I was talking about the deer and this person coming towards you with an apology and to bring into balance forgiveness. What card said that? The Scorpion. And remember, I could hear someone saying, like, they didn't show me grace. Why should I show them grace? So you could go back and forth, hot and cold. You could go back and forth between feeling like, yeah, if this person shows me accountability, I could forgive them. And then another day you could be feeling like I could never forgive this person for what they did to me. Interesting. And let's look at separation. Time and space and separation came out together. We have healing. So through this separation, through time and space, you're both healing. Mirroring. Remember that at the end of the last one. All right. So now I'm just going to get you some tarot cards and we'll look at your person, and I'll shuffle them all off camera again. I'm a creature of habit though. Even when I shuffle them off camera, when I come back on camera, I like start shuffling. So I'll try and remember this time. So let's see your energy right now. King of Cups, interesting. Your energy right now. Show me the feminine's energy right now. Show me the feminine's energy right now. We have the 10 of Pentacles. So, dynasty, leaving a legacy, inheritance, wealth, financial security, long-term success, roots, family, ancestry, privilege, affluence. So focused on your 10 of Pentacles. Focused on your happiness. You've got 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups here on the bottom. So it feels like right now you truly are focused on your finances, your happiness, 10 of Cups, your emotional stability. All right, so show me the Divine Feminine. Show me the Divine Feminine right now. Show me their energy. Nice. Ace of Wands. So new project, inspiration, activated towards your mission, ignited passion, new opportunities, growth, potential, energy, creative spark, new initiative, enthusiasm. That's your current energy. So feeling inspired to create perhaps, or feeling inspired to start a new project, a new creative spark. Show me the Divine Feminine's energy. We've got the Four of Swords. Rest, relaxation, meditation, renewal, solitude to gather your thoughts. Recuperation, retreat, sanctuary, self-protection, boundaries, peace. So you're focused on your self-protection, you're focused on your peace, focused on your renewal, recovery. Time to gather your thoughts. And then you have the Nine of Swords in reverse, which I like. Releasing fear, healing and relief, ending of mental torment, recovery, facing life, finding help, learning to cope. Very nice. Releasing fear towards your mission, maybe? I don't know why I keep talking about your mission. It's been a while since I've talked so much about a mission. All right, let's get a few more for you. Two more. Show me the Divine Feminine. You're definitely feeling inspired to create. We've got Ace of Cups, focused on your self-love. We have Lovers on the bottom. And it's a very naked one, so I can't show it to you. Divine love, deep soul connection, choice, harmony, and sometimes the Lovers means choosing yourself, choosing your own self-love and respect over the divine love. Value alignment, unions, balance, unity, romance. So we have the Ace of Cups, love, new relationship. I don't think you're in a new relationship. Compassion, creativity, new emotions, emotional awakening, deeper feelings, spirituality, focused on self-love. And you have the Page of Wands. Adventure, excitement, fresh ideas, cheerfulness, energetic, fearlessness, discovery, young spirit, limitless potential, extrovert. So now I just want to look at what those mean in terms of your career because I'm curious. Look, I opened right up to the Page of Wands. New position or project, taking risks at work, eagerness for a challenge. Nice. The Page of Wands, sparks of creativity, inspiration, and energy. You may be experiencing the excitement of new ideas, big goals, and an eagerness to achieve your dreams. Yes. I like it. Ace of Cups. Again, I just want to look at career for all of these. New emotions about job, jolt of creativity, lots of creativity in your energy. Emotional awakening, creativity, spirituality, intuition, renewal, emotional well-being, creative expression. Nice. A positive flow of energy. Yay! I like it. And then 9 of Swords in reverse. Let me look at that. 9 of Swords in reverse. Clarity about work, finding peace. That's what it says about work. So maybe you're having clarity about work right now. All right. I want to see how you're feeling about this person. Just a few. How are you feeling about your person? How are you feeling about your person? We've got the 4 of Pentacles. So clearly you're still holding on to this person's energy. Could be feeling a little bit insecure about them as well. Could be feeling like you could be feeling insecurity when it comes to them. You could also feel like they were quite guarded with you with the 4 of Pentacles, but that gives me the energy that you're still, holding on to them. You definitely haven't released them is what I'm hearing. Like, it's not like you're over them. How are you feeling about this person? We've got the Knight of Pentacles, so maybe you feel like they're taking a long time. Yeah, 7 of Pentacles. That's a lot of earth energy. So for how you're feeling about this person, this is an interesting card to me because there's a veil around this person and the veil has fallen. If you look at this, the veil is down around their waist. So I do feel like there's something about you seeing through them. And, I do feel like you hope that their veil is falling. For how you feel about them, slow and steady, committed, grounded, patient, efficient. I don't know if that's how you feel this person is towards you, though. I just feel, for how you feel about this person, I do feel like you're dedicated to the journey. You got twin flame twice. So I do feel like you are very dedicated to this journey with them. And you're doing everything that you know you should be doing, like focusing on your mission, focusing on self-love. You're realizing that this connection is about your transformation. Sustained patience, 7 of Pentacles. So it does feel like you're waiting without waiting and not doing anything, if that makes sense. It feels like, 7 of Pentacles, you're waiting for the fruits of your labor here. You're waiting for a return on your investments within this connection, if that makes sense. One more for how you're feeling about them. We have the 8 of Cups and Temperance. So clearly you are being patient right now. And you feel like you had to walk away because maybe something was imbalanced here. There could have been an energetic imbalance. There could have been disruptive energies, chaos, feeling out of control, needing to do the inner healing. Like you could feel like your person, you needed to walk away until they did the inner healing and did the inner work. All right. Letting go for now. Remember that card? So I'm going to pause this and I'm just going to shuffle all these. I'll be back. All right, so I shuffled all the cards. We're going to start with the animal cards for your person. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the unicorn. So your person could even be questioning divinity right now. All right, I already shuffled. I had to remind myself because I immediately wanted to start shuffling. So let's see your person's energy. We're looking at the divine masculine. Show me the divine masculine's energy right now. Divine masculine. So we have the hummingbird, we have the dragonfly, and we have the cobra on the bottom. So the cobra, when a lesson is ready to be learned, the teacher appears. So your person could be going through some very important lessons right now, and it could be that you were the one that was meant to teach them that lesson about themselves and their mask. With the hummingbird, where's my book? The hummingbird. I actually want to get one more for them because you got, well, yeah, let's get one more for them. Looks like they're in their head right now because the hummingbird and the dragonfly are both, they've got the bee as well, so lots of air energy. Looks like your person is, look at that. Looks to bring into balance honesty and forgiveness. So right now your person is in all air energy, the hummingbird, the dragonfly, and the bee. So lots of mental things going on right now. And I think the dragonfly talks about perception. Could be wrong. That's Earth. I'm going the wrong way. So the hummingbird, positive, enthusiastic. So positive, they have a positive mindset. Interesting. When in balance, smart, curious, loves to learn. So it feels like right now your person, they could be a student, but it looks like right now they're learning about themselves or learning from those lessons from that cobra. And the cobra says a pause and waiting. And it talks about the inner teacher. So it feels like your person is learning about themselves right now. When out of balance, pushy, insistent, and sharp. So they could have been very sharp with you, especially with that stingray. Exploring spirituality, the hummingbird. Remember the unicorn. So they could be exploring spirituality right now. The hummingbird's secret is that it has learned where to gather nectar and it returns to these sources daily for nourishment and rejuvenation. So your person is currently rejuvenating and nourishing themselves, spending time in nature on their creative endeavors and exploring spirituality. And then the bee talks about working steadily. So this person is working steadily on themselves is what I'm hearing, and they could be focused on their pentacle world as well with the bee. And you could be being protected from this person right now because the bee, to me, it has a little, it has earnest, hardworking, but it has a little bubble around it. So it feels like right now you're being protected from this person. They work steadily and thoughtfully until the final task is complete. For the most part, they have joyous personalities until they're too tired from working, and then they gripe and sting. And remember the stingray. So this person, maybe they were an overworker, and that because they were like burning themselves out at work, they could have taken it out on you in the past, not making excuses for them. There is no excuse. And then the dragonfly, master of light, illusion, and the mind. Focus on breath. The dragonfly is a symbol of the mind as it is always moving, shifting, shimmering, and changing. When the dragonfly card appears, it's worth considering the quality of your mind and perception. So it does feel like they're going through a perspective shift. Their perception is changing. Are they restless or still? Dreamlike or crystal clear? The situation at hand may be different than it appears at first glance. The dragonfly reminds us to calm the mind so the light of the wisdom can shine through. And the dragonfly makes me think of the dragonfly card in that black deck. Adapting, changing, healing, growing, things coming to light, perhaps about themselves, the perception they had about themselves. If their perception, like for example, if you saw this person as someone who was, leading you on, or I'm thinking about that empath narcissist card. If you saw through this person's mask or whatever, and their perception was that they weren't that, if their perception of themselves was they were fine, they had no problems, they would have then gaslighted you because their perception was so off. Does that make sense? Anyway, their perception is changing right now. Things are coming to light about themselves right now. They're learning more about themselves right now. Let's see how they're feeling about you. And that could be something that their perception is shifting about. The way that they treated you in the past, the way they burned you in the past, their own defensiveness. How is this person feeling about you? How is this person feeling about you? Whoa, the Phoenix. So you're, I just heard, I'm done. They've burned you in the past. Like seriously, I feel like they burned you in the past. And maybe you enabled that behavior for a little while, but not anymore. You're rising like the Phoenix. You're evolving. You're transforming. You're not getting burned by them anymore. And we have the ego. No, the dragon. So the dragon card talks about glimpsing the self behind the self. So I feel like this person feels like you have changed and transformed and rebirthed. You're no longer letting this person burn you with that little stinger. You're evolving, you're growing, you're ascending. And I feel like you glimpsed their self behind the self. You glimpsed past their mask, if that makes sense. You saw through their ego. And that reader I listen to always says, you have to keep sticking your hand in the fire until you learn your lesson. And you could have kept sticking your hand near that little scorpion over and over and over again, and they were just like, meh, 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 burning you over and over and over again. No more. You're phoenixing. And remember when I was doing your part, I started feeling phoenix energy. And we had the phoenix energy in the black cards. So they feel like you've learned your lesson. You've glimpsed the self behind the mask, if that makes sense. You see through their ego. I hope that makes sense. Very spiritual. Anyway. You see them clearly, is what I'm hearing. All right. Let's get into their energy a little bit more. So I think I did this deck next. I already shuffled it. I have to remind myself because I'm such a creature of habit. It's like muscle memory to me. So the Divine Masculine, let's look at their energy right now. Divine Masculine. That's good. We have stepping stones, the process of arrival, step by step, way to, way out, way out. How to keep on going. Baby steps, progress, spiritual growth. They're baby stepping. They're doing the work. I'm hearing that. What About Bob? Have you guys ever seen that? That is such a great movie. I'm baby stepping. I'm doing the work. Wow, we have the stallion. They're breaking free. Breaking free from their mask. Breaking free from their ego. Strong emotions, desire, driving force, unbridled, sexual energy, freedom, unleash the inner beast. Breaking free from the things that have kept them stuck is what I'm hearing. Maybe they're breaking free out of this Wolverine energy. Fierce, unpredictable, wild power struggles, assertive, possessive, determined, elusive. So to me, it feels like this is where they're finding their way out of this Wolverine energy. They're finding their way out of this elusive energy, this power struggle energy. Step by step, baby steps, progress. They're breaking free from this Wolverine energy. All right, let's get some more. The masculine's energy. Show me the masculine's energy. Oh, we have wishes. Wishes do come true. Peace, miracle, dreams, feeling blessed, hopeful, falling in love, nighttime, inspiration, providence. We have masculine energy. So they're getting into their masculine energy. Not that, I don't know why I'm seeing your person as distorted feminine. Anyway, or they were in the past. The moon, intuition, subconscious, fantasy, romance, affection, recognition, invitation, sensuality, divine feminine. So they have divine feminine and masculine energy here. That's good. And we have the bear, boss, CEO, judge, coach, finance, benefits, wealth, mama bear, protective, strong, large, muscular, rich, affluence, hairy. All right. Let's get another one. Communicate. Last card in that row. I'm seeing a theme here. It was listen, love call was the last card in the black deck row. Then in yours, messenger with, again, you're only going to give them the green light if they've changed their ways. Now we have their last card is communicate. So wanting to make contact, feeling nervous about making contact with you. Interesting. All right. Progress. Stepping stones. We have the sun. More masculine energy. Yes, energy, power, climax, fulfilled, pride, radiant, success, vigor, divine masculine, daytime victory, happy, warm. So, yes, they are going through spiritual growth. They are baby stepping. And, you know, I hope they're working on their ego. Breaking free from Wolverine energy. Let's look at that one. So in separation, that's what they're breaking free from. They're breaking free from that elusive, unpredictable energy. Island, solo, isolation, standoffish, separation, lonely, independent, protected. The bee, you're being protected. Interesting. What are their wishes? Wishes. Wishes. Well, we have Gaia, Mother Earth, inner identity, grounded, purpose. So they could be going after their purpose as well. Experiencing duality, inner versus outer worlds, axis, polar opposites, fertility, practicality, center of everything, balance, satisfying. I want to get another one for that. Wishes. Wishes. Interesting. One more. We have mountain. So it feels like this person, their wish is to overcome these obstacles, to ground this, to find balance. Obstacle, problem, distance, solitude, pride, block, cold, indifferent, barrier, delays. And then we have divine intervention. So I do feel like this separation was divinely guided. Divine intervention, ascension, perfect timing, serendipity, light codes, promises kept, duality, as above, so below. And then we have Wheel of Fortune energy. So expansive, they're making adjustments. Expansive, optimistic, growth, luck, tolerant, gratefulness, destiny, turning point, making stable changes. So I feel like that's part of their wish here is to make these stable changes, to overcome these obstacles, divinely guided. All right, masculine energy. Masculine energy. It's developing. So their masculine energy is developing. That's good. Intellectual, idealistic, communicative, curious, inventive, bright ideas, diplomatic, cold, alert, gathering information. This is giving me Page of Swords. So their masculine energy is in development. It's developing. Aging like a fine wine. Getting more information. All right, moon. Whoa. So with the moon, we have longing, and the moon says divine feminine. So I feel like they're longing for you right now. And in the red deck that I used, whoa, this deck, that says a lot right there, the card that I just pulled. In this deck for you, we had missing you, thinking about you, mirroring. So you're mirroring that. But the card that I just picked up, soul ties. So they're feeling this, they're longing for this soul tie. They're missing your energy. But the moon card talks about intuition, fantasy, romance, affection, recognition, divine feminine. And then we have this, the magnet. So I feel like they're very pulled towards you right now as you focus on yourself and your frequency rises. The magnet pull intensifies, if that makes sense. Longing, desire, gravity, magnetic, field of influence, yearning for you. Let's look at the bear. They could be a boss or a parent. The bear. They could be going through situations at work right now. Because I just saw tangled up. It didn't come out. But when I was looking at like the bear, which is boss, CEO, judge, coach, wealth, rich, I saw the tangled up card. We have rising above. Interesting. So they could be rising above those complicated circumstances. Rising above, ability, strategy. Why can't I speak? Skill, focus, a transition. They could be going through a transition at work right now. Higher self. Anyway. Higher self. Thank you to whoever just sent me that donation. Thank you for that. Higher self, third eye, far-reaching vision. I want to see the communicate. The communicate card. Your person could have ADHD. Communicate. They could be thinking about communicating with you at a public setting. So maybe they're planning on running into you. We have networking. So they could be thinking about reaching out to you online or communicating with you at in a public place. Like they could be planning to run into you. Or maybe they know that you're going to be at the same place at the same time and they're waiting for that for when they run into you. But we also have this, the Milky Way, which talks about online, connected. So it feels like they could want to connect with you online, especially if you're at a distance. And then we have the Magician, which talks about communication. So it'll be interesting to see what comes out in the rest of their cards, because again, at the last part of the black cards and the last part of your cards and now their cards, there's something about communication on the final right side of the pulls. All right. I actually want to ask how they're feeling about you from this deck for some reason. I didn't do that for you. How are they feeling about you right now? How are they feeling about you right now? Feminine energy. How are they feeling about you right now? Stand alone. You're standing on your own right now. Could have been a tower moment. Whoa. Complicated. Remember I saw that for the bear card. So how are they feeling about you right now? It's a complicated situation. They could be feeling like they strung you along. With that empath narcissist card, it dud. It's a dud. I'm a dud. It talked about you could have felt like they led you on. But they feel like it's tangled up. There's problems, complicated circumstances, all tied up, conundrum, but unraveling. They feel like this is unraveling. We have feminine energy, so clearly they think about you. Again, in the Lenormand deck, when that card comes out like that for feelings, they're thinking about their feminine. And we have the rings. Agreement, pact, cycle, trust, alliance, commit, contracts, partnerships, circular, continuing on, promise, bond. Remember I talked about low vibrational feminine energy? They could have wanted to go around in this complicated cycle with you in the past. Let's just get 2 more for how they're feeling about you. How do they feel about you? How do they feel about you? We have major opportunity. Let things unfold. Things will unfold. Sorry. Things will unfold. That's how they're feeling about you. Major opportunity. Expansion. Positivity. Building strength. So it feels like right now they're building their strength to come towards you. For how they feel about you. Clear vision and perspective regarding past, present, and future. Clear perspective. Sorry, I get really into these readings. Remember I said with the dragonfly, their perception, their perspective, how they feel about you, you challenge them, but they see the opportunity with you, new hope, but clear vision and perspective regarding the past, what happened in the past. They have clear perspective now. What's happening right now, they need to build up their strength before coming towards you, and what they want in the future. Rings. We have crossroads. So right now they feel like they're at a crossroads when it comes to this connection. Very interesting. Crossroads, journey, travel, weigh the options. So it does feel like this person they're at a crossroads right now. Also, they could feel like you were at a crossroads and you chose your own path. I'm just going to get one more for how they're feeling about you. Sees through the facade. Sees through the mask. You saw through them. I'm telling you. You knew what was going on. So we have the tracks for how they feel about you. Steady, forward movement, go the distance, direct route, autopilot, traveling. I think I can. Remember I was talking about the mission for you? I even said, I think I can. And that's how they're feeling about you. I think I can. All right. So let's keep going. Do not shuffle this deck, Kelly. Do not shuffle it. Wow, on the bottom we have you inspire me to be better. All right, so your person's energy, divine masculine. Show me their energy. Oh my gosh, this is great. This is great. We have inner child wounds. They're working on their inner child wounds. That's great. Yeah. And we have surrender. They're surrendering to the process. They're surrendering to the healing. They're surrendering. Trust the process. And healing their inner childhood wounds. They're surrendering to healing their inner childhood wounds. That is great. That's great. We also have future plans, long-term commitment, and signs being guided to you. So it feels like this person, I've never even seen that card. It feels like this person is seeing signs and synchronicities about you. I've never even seen that card. Your person's energy. Oh my gosh. They could be waiting for you. They could have been hoping that you would reach out first. So, this came out in reverse. So I need to talk about that. I'm going to confirm this card, but the fact that it's in reverse, I do feel like your person is taking this seriously now. They know you're over their games. I'm seeing that card in one of those channeled message decks. They know you're over the games and will no longer accept less than you deserve. We have repairing, wanting to make amends for those games, wanting to make amends for not taking things seriously. I'm going to confirm these. We have waiting, hoping to hear from you. And we have walking away, letting go for now. So, when these cards came out, walking away and games came out and repairing all together. So I am hearing, again, I'm going to confirm these, but I am hearing that this person knows that you're over their games and that you're walking away from their games. Toxic masculine on the bottom. So healing inner childhood wounds. The dance. They're doing the dance. And what that means is they're doing the work on themselves. They're working on their inner child, which is building momentum. Building momentum. Surrender. What are they surrendering? What are they surrendering? Confusion. They're surrendering their hot and cold behavior. And we have the shadow. Facing their dark side. So they're surrendering hot and cold behavior, facing their dark side, facing their shadows. Games. Games. Oh, yes, that's exactly what I was hearing. Clearing, purging negativity. So that's what they're releasing. I even kept it in the reverse. So they're purging this not taking things seriously and playing games. I'm hearing quit playing games with my heart. And we have future plans. So they are thinking about the future here. And clearing negativity. Because they know if they don't, bye. Anyway, what are they repairing? What are they repairing? Divine Feminine. We have illusions. So they want to make amends for having an unclear vision of this, or the illusions, or making you feel like an option. We have searching for your other half. Very interesting. This is about them. They could be watching you, but this is about them seeing you as their other half. But wanting to make amends for these illusions, these masks. This reminds me of a card where somebody's standing there and there's all these different masks. It reminds me of the Seven of Cups. Waiting, hoping to hear from you. Hoping to hear from you. So, we have triggered. We have passion. So clearly they feel a passionate connection with you. They're feeling triggered that you're not reaching out to them. Hoping to hear from you and feeling triggered because they're not hearing from you. And like I said, for some of you, this person could have reached out to you and maybe you didn't respond, and that's triggering them even further. Waiting to hear from you, toxic feminine. Like they could have been in toxic feminine energy. Like, well, they should reach out to me. They should chase me. What are they walking away from? What are they walking away from? We have insecurities. This is good. We have toxic masculine. So walking away from toxic masculine energy, their own toxic masculine energy, and insecurities. And we have reflecting, owning bad habits. Manipulation is right underneath. Okay. One more deck before we get to tarot. One more. I like that. Owning their bad habits and then manipulation. They're owning it. So, I've already shuffled. On the bottom, we have red thread bond. You inspire me. Music. They could be listening to music right now that makes them think of you. Feeling a pull on that red thread. So let's see your person's energy. Your person's energy. Oh, this is good. We have movement. So we have destiny, being guided. We have movement. So there is forward movement in their energy. The momentum is building. Remember that dance card. We have clearing and healing. This is good. We have ghosted. They could have ghosted you. Or maybe they feel ghosted by you because maybe they reached out and you said nothing. We have age gap. All right. So let's confirm these. No, I want to get one more for that. One more. We've got time and space. You had that in your last row too. What the heck? That was your last... These were the last two cards to come out for you. And right as I was about to confirm these, Spirit was like, no, get two more. Anyway, same cards. Separation and time and space at the very end. And then we have Merkabah. I allow people to walk out of my life with grace and dignity. That's coming down during their part. So I feel like you walked out of their life with grace and dignity. 333 on the timer. Like that's the actual time here. Oh, it just changed. That's magic. So let's see destiny. Destiny. Divinely protected. Denial. So I feel like this person, I feel like they were in denial that this was a destined connection for a while, and you were being divinely protected from that, my friend. We have divine masculine on the bottom. Movement. Movement. We have distance. So through the distance, there is movement. Could be physical or emotional distance. I want to get one more for that. Movement. We have spying. So it feels like this person is keeping an eye on you. Searching. Remember that card? Searching for my other half. What are they clearing and healing? What are they clearing and healing? That's good. So we have the golden mirror. I know this says mirroring. So whatever you're clearing and healing, I feel like they're mirroring that. But this also reminds me of the golden mirror. So self-absorbed, narcissistic tendencies, manipulative tendencies. I feel like that's what they're clearing right now, and avoidant. So they're clearing, they're no longer avoiding their reflection. They're no longer avoiding their reflection. Remember the dragon, you've glimpsed their self behind the mask, behind the ego. And I keep hearing golden mirror. So what are they clearing and healing? That golden mirror energy. Self-absorbed, one-sided. Toxic tendencies. I don't know why I'm whispering that. And they're avoidant tendencies. And we have cosmic healing. All right. So let's get another one. No, ghosted. Let's look at ghosted. Ghosted. We have ancient Egypt. That could be symbolic in some way. I'm going to get another one for that. Ghosted. No contact. So clearly they ghosted you or you ghosted them. And like I said, maybe they reached out and you didn't respond because maybe it was just not, maybe they weren't taking accountability. We also have cycles. So this person could have a cycle where they just ghost people who see through them, or they ghost people or avoid people when things don't work out. They're like, okay, bye. I'm not saying it's okay. We have age gap. We have music. Age gap, one more for age gap. We have cosmic healing. Interesting. I don't know how to take that. That could just be letting us know that if there was an age gap, this person struggled with the age gap, or that was a problem for them, the age gap. But through cosmic healing, I feel like it must have been a problem for them, or that was part of them avoiding this, or whatever. They could have had a problem with that age gap. Let's look at separation and time and space. Separation, time and space. All right. We have mission. So it does feel like they're working on their mission right now through time and space and separation. We also have love yourself, inner union. So this person, through time and space and separation, focusing on their mission, focusing on loving themselves, self-love, and we have I love you. So I feel like this person is realizing through time and space and separation that they do love you, even if there is an age gap. All right, tarot for your person now. Tarot. This is a long one. Recently, my readings haven't been as long, but this one is very long. All right, tarot. Tarot. I've already shuffled. We have Ace of Swords on the bottom. New insights, breakthrough. So your person's energy, breakthrough. New insights, new ideas, vision, focus, mental clarity. So show me this Divine Masculine's current energy. Divine Masculine's current energy. Divine Masculine's current energy. That's good. So we have the Page of Wands, feeling inspired. Ooh, nice. Adventure, excitement, fresh ideas, energetic, fearlessness, discovery, young spirit, limitless potential, extrovert. We have the King of Swords, mental clarity, intellectual power, truth, authority, reason, discipline, head over heart, integrity. So I feel like this person is getting truth and clarity about themselves right now. We've got the Seven of Cups in reverse. So alignment, not being distracted by other things, clarity, illusion ends, restored. So they do have clarity here. They could be having clarity about how in the past they were unstable and distracted and immature. What is this clarity about? I want to see. What is this clarity about? Mental clarity about what? Mental clarity, Ace of Wands, the Chariot, Ace of Pentacles. So it does feel like they're gaining mental clarity about what they need to do to come into alignment. I always find this card interesting because these two horses are laying down. They're not moving. But they're having clarity about needing to take action, about how they can be successful in this, about how to come towards you, control, willpower, determination, two opposing forces working together towards a goal. So they also have clarity about needing to take action in this, especially with the Ace of Wands. And that first row in the black deck, thinking of you, wanting to let you know. So let's see how they're feeling about you. The Chariot's good. That's forward movement. That's coming into alignment. Movement. Let's see how they're thinking about you, or feeling. Sorry, how are they feeling about you? How are they feeling about you? Queen of Pentacles. Protecting your pentacle. The deer. How they feel about you. Nurturing, practical, generous, welcoming, sensible, luxurious, caring, homebody, good business sense, working parent. 8 of Wands. So I do feel like this person is feeling like it's time to come towards you, thinking of you, letting you know. And maybe, you know, they're hoping that you're going to be welcoming, like that deer card. But only if they show accountability and clarity, which they are. They are showing that they have clarity about this. I also feel like they see you as someone they could settle down with the Queen of Pentacles. They could be feeling like you are immediate action. They could be feeling like you're very focused on your pentacle world right now too. Protecting your pentacle, Queen of Pentacles. Protecting your energy. Let's see how they're feeling about you. 5 of Swords in reverse, wanting to make amends. Ace of Swords. Yes, they have clarity. Peace after trouble, wanting to make amends, reconciliation, past resentment. So they could, you know, feel like maybe you're holding on to resentment. They have regret for how they treated you in the past, and they feel like maybe you've cut them loose. Breakthrough, new truth, new insights, new ideas. This, the Ace of Swords, also cuts through deception. So I feel like you cut through their deception. You saw through their mask, I keep hearing. But they want peace after trouble. They want to make amends here with you. Let's get one more for feelings. Feelings. We have Judgment. They want a resurrection. They want a renewal. This is how they feel about you. Wake-up call. You gave them a wake-up call. Self-evaluation, awakening. You could be focused on your life purpose right now as well. With Judgment. 6 of Pentacles. So they do feel like, for how they feel about you, reciprocal energy. They want reciprocal energy. You could be someone who your life purpose is helping others with the 6 of Pentacles. All right, let's look at their intentions. What are their intentions towards you? Interesting. So, their intentions, the Moon in reverse, release of fear, secrets revealed, truth exposed, dreams, repressed emotions being released, clarity and understanding. So they do want to expose themselves here. They want to be honest with you. They want to come forward with clarity and understanding. We have death, big changes, transformation, transition, starting anew. Collaboration, getting on the same page, doing it together, 3 of Pentacles. This is their intentions. Collaboration, teamwork, shared goals, working and learning, doing it together. Again, new beginning, starting anew. Transformation, transition, big changes, symbolic death and rebirth. And we have Temperance for their intentions. Balance, harmony, healing, patience, self-control, moderation, purpose, peace, calm, tranquility, serenity. So their intentions look good. Their intentions look good. I'm okay with that. Let's see what action they're going to take towards you. What future action will they take towards you? I almost feel called to get a different deck for this. That's good. So we have Knight of Swords, which is about communication. The reason I almost want to get a different deck is because I already have the 8 of Wands and the Chariot on the table. And I almost feel like those want to come out for this. But anyway, for action, we do have the 7 of Swords in reverse. So they're like, they're coming in out of the darkness. They're no longer running from their shadows. Things being revealed. Getting something off their conscience. The end of games. The end of lies. The end of wearing a mask. Knight of Swords, they have a lot they want to say. This could come in very suddenly with the Knight of Swords, but the Knight of Swords shows like a lot that they want to say to you. Fast communication, I'm hearing. I almost want to get a different deck. Hang on. No, I'll just use this deck because it's within reach. I'll just use this one because it's right here. Tell me about these actions. Tell me about the actions. Holy cow. We have a few months. So you got a timing card. Autumn could be symbolic, but a few months. Prepare for change. So they are coming in changed is what I'm hearing. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Decisive moment. So it does feel like they make the decision to come towards you with the Wheel of Fortune. And we have the Star, wish granted. So it feels like this person comes in wanting reconnection. That's interesting. On the bottom, we've got the Two of Coins in reverse, planning and execution. Timing, 1 month or the next new moon. Planning and execution. Decisive moments, so putting their plan into action. Success-driven, Knight of Swords, success-driven. Focus, daring. Making amends for wrongdoing, setting the record straight, Seven of Swords in reverse. Making amends for wrongdoing. I'm just going to get a few more about this action and the energy they'll be in when they come in. Tell me more about this action. Three of Coins, doing it together. Didn't I say that with that other Three of Coins? Six of Coins, giving and receiving. So we have the Empress, so they're coming in with nurturing, compassionate energy, empathy. Look at what's on the bottom. The Seven of Swords in reverse, setting the record straight. That's interesting to me. All right, what advice do you need? What can you focus on right now? I just keep focusing on you. What advice do you need right now about this person? We have the Ten of Cups. Happiness, divine love, blissful relationship, harmony, alignment. So I feel like when the inner work has been done and you're both in alignment, this will come in. The Ten of Cups also mentions divine love. And for you, focus on your own emotional stability, focus on your own fulfillment, focus on your happiness right now. Queen of Swords. If this person is not setting the record straight or making amends, boundary. Have your high standards. Have your high standards, right? Clear boundaries, direct communication, constructive criticism. So be honest, be fair, but have clear boundaries, direct communication. I feel like this was a catalyst here, this Queen of Swords. All right, let's get some channeled messages from your person. I'm just going to clean these up later. Channeled messages from your person. I went for this deck today. Channeled messages from your person. Channeled messages from your person. We incarnated together to clear specific patterns from our ancestral bloodline. I long for your kisses and your touch. Words have hurt me in the past. I almost want to say words have hurt you. Words have hurt you in the past, and that's why I fear talking to you. I'm trying to understand how my thoughts create my reality. I know I need to stay positive. Are you? I'm going through a dark night of the soul. Nothing in my life is making sense. I feel your energy and I wonder, are you thinking of me too? Our union energy needs clearing. Repeat this 11 times with slow, deep breaths. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. I'm grateful for you. 11 times. Repeat that. Channeled messages from your person. Channeled messages from your person. I wish I could say what I really feel. Someday I will, but right now I'm afraid to be myself. Look at the mask. Our inner children are crying out right now. We both need to comfort them and become the parents. There are messages being exchanged through music and movies. Listen carefully and trust what you hear. This is such a thing. This is such a thing. Don't be tempted to disconnect from Source. Our connection to Source is the love and healing we require for union. So don't disconnect from Source. I feel abandoned. I often feel like others let me down. So this person could even have abandonment wounds. I'm beginning to focus on my mission. Our connection is a part of that. Separation and distance in their spread, mission. So through this separation and distance and time and space, they're starting to focus on their mission, and your connection is a part of their mission. I need to be strong in who I am before I can merge my energy with yours in the 3D. I'm afraid I could lose myself in this relationship. I feel you pulling away, and it triggers my fear that you'll leave me for good. Let's just get a couple more. A few more messages. A few more messages. Hang on. One fell on the floor. Our love is eternal and exists in every dimension and cannot be lost. This is the one that fell on the floor. I wanted to send you a message today, but I was afraid to. Remember how I said tomorrow? Anyway, I don't know if you want to hear from me or if I can say the right things to you. We are mission. We are alchemists. We transform fear into love and shadow into light. You are my true love, my heart, and my soul. These orange ones are union cards, by the way. We are one. Don't let fear get in the way of this truth. I wanted 5, and that's what came up. The next solstice or equinox, and you had the autumn card, a few months. Prepare for change, a few months. The next solstice or equinox will bring an important shift for us. I want to know everything about you, but I hold myself back from asking. I'm afraid I'll get in too deep. I feel the chemistry between us. We need to trust that the energy we share will bring us back together again. Don't judge this, just surrender. I know it's triggering, but from a higher perspective, it's clearing the energy and bringing us closer together. And last card, I'm awakening. I know more than I'm letting on. So my friends, if you watched that whole thing, that's impressive because that was a long reading. Anyway, I'm going to go now. But I'm feeling more like myself today than I have in the past. I know I've been very quiet this past week. I've been very quiet. I haven't been feeling like myself. And when I don't feel like myself, I have a really hard time channeling. So I've been kind of laying low this week. But today I felt more like myself. So thank you for joining me for this very long reading. And as always, I am sending you lots of love and light, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.